Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Irmac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapist at Irmac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Irmac.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
Well, is Irmac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Irmac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, Irmac is well-equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All Irmac ER nurses have higher-level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at Irmac.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 58th Annual Emotion Bowl here at Ravston Stadium, the newly renovated Ravston Stadium, where two Idaho Falls teams that play here on the field, Skyline, Idaho Falls, come together and do battle. Doesn't matter what the record is. Doesn't matter what what everybody thinks is going to happen. Like last year, Idaho Falls comes back from a 17-point deficit, comes back, wins the game. We're in for a good one here today, here at, again, Ravston Stadium. I'm Paul Kingsbury alongside Josh McGauley, and we are thrilled to be here live in the press box for the 58th Annual Emotion Bowl. Taking a look down on the field now, they're got everything going on down there. I mean, they did a ribbon cutting earlier. Josh, they've got both marching bands down here. Sea of orange on that side, sea of blue on this side, and we're stuck in the middle right here.
Yeah, this is by far going to be the best game of the year for a lot of these high schools and in this high school in Idaho. And I love it. This stadium is packed. This is one of the biggest high school stadiums I've seen around. Yep. And it is filled to the brim. It has been for a couple hours.
Well, this is a production of East Idaho Game Night presented by Teton Auto Group, Ermac Pediatric Services, and D.L. Evans Bank. Also brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and of course your local Toyota dealers. We've got quite a few local sponsors as well this year. Alta Insurance, Lava Hot Springs, First American Title Company in Idaho Falls, Bill's Bike and Snow, Dan Thomas.
For over 30 years. In fact, we have a pediatric ICU, a level 3 neonatal intensive care unit, pediatric surgery, and so much more. We wouldn't be where we are without the support of our local pediatricians.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no-problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium as we see the captains meeting midfield. Just to let you know, we do have Will the Thrill, usually on camera, but Will the Thrill is on the field working our social media for us here today. So make sure you follow us on Instagram so you can see all the stories and highlights from today's game on Instagram. Instagram.com/IdahoSports. I think that's how the kids do it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
You got it right on.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah, showing the youth there.
No, I'm not. I'm just a trained monkey pushing buttons here. Again, I'm Paul Kingsbury. He is Josh McGauley, and we have got a great game for you here today. Again, Skyline coming in 3-1, #1 ranked team in the state. Got a couple championships under their belt. Idaho Falls coming in 1-3. But you know what? That's what they did last year. And Josh, you were here for last year's. And what happened?
Yeah, that was the best game I saw last year, including going to state playoffs. And what happened was Skyline got out to a 17-point lead very fast, and Idaho Falls came back, and they scored on the very last minute of the game to take the lead and to take home the Emotion Bowl. It was such a good game.
Well, that is a big coin toss. Everybody's in there. We didn't get invited.
No.
For some reason. But don't want to thank Greg Basic, the athletic director here at Skyline, for making it possible for us to be here, of course. So there it was. So Idaho Falls will be going left to right, Skyline right to left. And Skyline will be kicking off to Idaho Falls first. They'll receive the kickoff in the second half. And we are about to go here as the clock is set to 12. We are fully caffeinated here in the booth, which is very important. And there's everybody coming in together. There is nothing like the Emotion Bowl in the state of Idaho. I want to thank all of you for tuning in now to IdahoSports.com. If you have any friends or family anywhere in the world that can't be at the stadium, let them know they can watch this game live on IdahoSports.com. Again, this is East Idaho Game Night presented by Teton Auto Group, Ermac Pediatric Services, and D.L. Evans Bank. All right, these kids are hyped up. And when I was here a couple of hours early, and these stands were already half packed. I mean, people were here laying out blankets, getting things ready. Cheerleaders were all out. There were players warming up. I mean, you don't show up late to this game or you're going to miss it.
No, I found that out the hard way. I got here my normal hour early. No, that's not the way to do it. And I had to park about 3 blocks away from the stadium because every street is filled. And if you don't want a car in front of your house, you have cones up, as I found out.
Lots of cones. All right. Set to kick for the Grizzlies, number 44. Jacob Damon, the kicker, 6 foot, 160, a senior. There's a nice little toe kick. And picked up at the 1 yard line. Good run back. Got all the way to the 35 yard line before he's brought down, and that is where they'll start their first offensive possession. Of course, a lot of big names here today. A lot of eyeballs watching quite a few names, and we'll talk about those in a few minutes as well. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Coming to the near side, pushed back. He's going to get dropped for a loss of about 1.5. Nice job by the Skyline defense.
Yeah, last year Idaho Falls started really, really slow, and that's what got Skyline out to that big lead, you know, and that gave them all the energy in that first half. And I'm sure Idaho Falls knows exactly what happened last year, and this is such a big game with, you know, I want to say thousands of people here to watch this.
This is always one of the most watched games on IdahoSports.com every year as well. Last year, just a little over 10,000 watched it live. There's a handoff, takes the left slot, gets it across the 40 and brought down for Colton Lyda, senior running back. And Lyda close to a first down, going to make it 3rd and 1 at their own 43-yard line. Push up the middle, gets him to first down. Just short of midfield, but it moves the chains. That's a first down for the Tigers.
Nice job by Idaho Falls there. That's one of their favorite short distance plays, and just to get the quarterback there and push the pile forward. Last year they had a big guy at quarterback, and that's what they enjoy to do. And this year they're going to do the same thing.
This is one of the first Emotion Bowl broadcasts in recent memory that Lauren Jensen hasn't been a part of.
Yeah, he's been here for a couple years.
Yeah, he's taking classes now. Couldn't get out. Shotgun takes a snap. Got our first pass of the day across the middle, overthrows his intended receiver, number 19. That is Taysom Kirkham, the junior. We mentioned Skyline coming in 3-1. They lost the opener at the Rocky Mountain Rumble to Stansbury, Utah, 68-42. So that's not how they wanted to open up their season after back-to-back championships. Idaho Falls lost their opener and their second and their third to Thunder Ridge, Twin Falls, and Madison. They beat Bonneville last week in overtime, 22-21.
So there was a penalty on that play. I believe it was holding, so that's going to make it 1st and about 22.
So in the shotgun. takes the snap. Hands it off, gives it to Lida. Lida doesn't get a whole lot as he's leg tackled. In on that tackle, number 4, Jorge Cortez. So that's going to bring up second. 10, 5, 10, 15, 17. So 17 yards after I do my quick math. Second and 17 on their own 39-yard line. You always want to see the Emotion Bowl be close, right?
Yes.
Letting it wind down. Looks to his left to Lida, and he sends him across. Set to pass on second down. Across the middle, caught complete at the 45, gets him back at the original line of scrimmage. As that was caught by, again, Colton Lida. In on the tackle, among others, was Ian Galbraith. See, my mom was a Galbraith from the families over in East. There's a ton of them over here in eastern Idaho, and they pronounced it Galbraith. But there's also these little branch-offs of the family tree that are Galbraith, spelled just a little bit differently. So if I say, Galbraith, it's just because that's what I'm used to. I've got a lot of Galbraith family. So 3rd and 10 for Idaho Falls to keep the drive alive from their own 46-yard line. Sends Lida to his left, takes the snap, trying to find somebody. They're going deep on this one down the sideline, and it just floats out of bounds. And incomplete. Nice pass defense put on by Kason Smith. And there is a flag down. Let's see what it is. So White Hat comes to make the call, I hope. No? All right.
So 15 yards is going to be a...
roughing the passer.
That's what I figured.
Thank you, Mr. PA man.
I wonder if we just missed it. He just did it right away. I'm hoping.
What? We missed a play? No way. All right, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs. Some free yards for the Tigers as they make their way towards the goal line. Sitting on Skyline's 40-yard line now, turns, hands it off. Lida goes to his left, has some room to run. Nice stiff arm. Gets pushed out of bounds inside the 30. What a run for Lida. Another great run, but they are just riding on his back here in this first drive of the game. 8:28 left here in the first quarter as we look at the Idaho Central Credit Union scoreboard. It's fantastic. Idaho Central Credit Union putting up scoreboards all over the state.
Yeah, Lida's a workhorse. Last year he was absolutely a workhorse for this Idaho Falls team, and I mean he's about 6 foot, 210 pounds. So
yeah.
He's a big kid.
Big kid. 1st and 10 on the 29. 8:20 on the clock. Another handoff. Lida, near side. There's a flag coming in from the sideline. A gain of about 7. But we'll see what the flag is. I'm just watching the White Hat so I don't miss anything now. And just a hold. Going to be a hold on the offense. So not what Idaho Falls needs right now. This is one of those games where, if you're just looking at it from a football perspective, it's not the Emotion Bowl. It's just 2 teams coming in playing on a Friday night. Idaho Falls, 1-3 on the season. Skyline coming in, back-to-back champs, coming in 3-1, great players. You can't make mistakes. You can't give Skyline anything that they can take advantage of.
Yeah, Skyline has a very potent offense, and they're very good. So, yeah, they want to waste time and score on every position if they can.
1st and 15, across the middle, man open, nice pass, defense, it's intercepted at the 16. Coming back the other way, that's Galbraith. And it was tipped up in the air, and then Galbraith just had to catch it and run. So with the turnover, Skyline goes on offense as they're coming over, and we are not worthy as he sits in the throne. It's awesome. Love it. So the Grizzlies come out on offense at their own 31-yard line. And as we were just talking about, you can't give them anything like an interception, for example.
Yeah.
And that's so rough when it gets tipped up. And as a quarterback, you're like, I didn't throw it there. It just got tipped up. Trips on the right. Going out to Silverio. And there's another flag down. Thrown by the white hat just inside the 35. And a hold on Skyline. Boy, they are they're watching things pretty tight here.
They are.
Josh.
And you got to realize, too, there's a lot of people. This is the biggest crowd any of these teams are going to play in front of, maybe even in the state tournament. And there's a lot of nerves going on right now, especially for some of these younger kids and people that haven't witnessed this yet. And so don't be surprised for a little bit longer if more calls come in.
The handoff coming to the near side, cuts up the slot, and he's dropped. Picks up a couple of yards. That'll bring up second down. Second and 20, it looks like. Lining up, got trips on the right again. And now they're actually sending Silverio out. Going for the bomb, throwing deep. And there's the flag as the pass was thrown to Kenyon Sadiq, the 6'4" wide receiver. You may have heard of him. And in high school, Josh, it's just a 15-yard penalty. So if you commit pass interference, it's not like the NFL where it's a spot foul. So you have to choose between 15 yards from line of scrimmage or giving up a touchdown. Sometimes you just give up that penalty. Not saying that's what happened, but I have seen it happen before where, you know what, I'm getting burned. I'm not going to give up a touchdown, so I'm just going to go ahead and give up 15 yards.
Yeah, and that's one of those decisions, too, with Sadiq. I'm surprised we haven't talked about him as much as usual yet, because Sadiq is such an athlete where he's going to burn a lot of those kids down the field.
Yep.
And he's going to get those opportunities, and so why not do it every time?
Why not? Absolutely. The odds are in your favor, for sure. Hackey takes a snap, fumbles it, and Silverio is just going to have to jump on it. So Skyline making some mistakes of their own here in the first quarter. 6:45 clock running as it's third and 7 now. Ball on the 34.
I really like these baby blue uniforms from Skyline. I'm a huge fan of baby blue uniforms. Atlanta Braves have them. My favorite uniforms. Oh.
There's a few teams in the state of Idaho that have this. Lapway, kind of the same colors. And the shotgun sends Sadiq to the far side. Throws it up, caught by Woodruff. And Woodruff gains nothing on that one. That's going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Grizzlies as the Idaho Falls defense comes out strong after the interception.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for a turnover, yes, you made a mistake, but your defense, if they're going to be doing this, and you're going to get an opportunity to do this game, win this game.
So Skyline set to punt. Idaho Falls has an opportunity to at least get back to where they were when they threw the interception, kind of wipe it off the pages of history, so to speak. Nice punt. Booming, caught at the 20. And pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Not much of a return for Elida.
And something to note there, Sadiq is their punter.
Yep.
And I've seen it a couple times. I've done a couple of Skyline games where he does a fake punt and it just outruns everyone to the first down.
And
so
why not?
Watch out for that going forward.
Take advantage of the weapons you have, right?
Exactly.
But all they need is like military flyover to make this complete, right?
That's it.
Lida gets the ball, tried to find, he was looking to see where the gap was. There wasn't one. And so he's going to get taken down for about a 2-yard loss.
Good patient run there. He's trying to find those holes, but Skyline's doing a really good job of plugging those holes. And they're doing that really well so far.
So it is 2nd and 12 as we hit the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Two receivers on the near side. Taking his time. Make sure everybody's set. Takes a snap. Looks to his right, goes left. There's it out. Downfield. And in and out of his hands at the 30-yard line, right between his elbows. He's kind of hoping to get bailed out with a penalty. It wasn't there. Intended receiver was Taylor Carden, 5'11" junior.
You know, from my point of view, that could have been called. The way that they're calling this game early on, there was a little bit of grabbing, but they're going to say that offense and defense were doing the same amount of damage.
Yep.
They're not going to call that. So.
And that does play a factor in that, is if both of them are going, no one has that clear advantage. A lot of times the officials will let that go. So we're looking at 3rd and about 13, sitting at their own 31-yard line. Little dump pass and gets hit immediately. You saw that coming. The ball comes loose. Was he down already or did he fumble it? No, they're going to say the ball was down. He got hit hard, and you saw that. He caught it before he could even turn around. He got absolutely leveled.
Yeah, Skyline right there was hoping that ball was behind the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't. So that was a forward pass, and that, therefore, is just a dead ball.
So 4th down, 4th and 12, ball sitting at the 31-yard line. Let's go. So Idaho Falls set to punt. Punt by Lida, and it's taken at the 32. Coming right at us. That's Woodruff. Woodruff breaks free across midfield, cuts back inside, goes right, goes left, jukes, jives, and finally brought down at the 27-yard line. What a return for Hamilton Woodruff.
Yeah, Woodruff caught on that far side, but he saw that this near side was wide open and decided to cut it back up the field, and the blockers just lined up perfectly for him. So great job right there from Woodruff.
And the guy that runs the ball gets the credit, but you're absolutely right. It's those guys ahead of him running those blocks, making sure they don't block in the back, doing those sort of things, and he just has to follow his blockers along. And so Skyline in business, sitting on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Head coach Scott Berger here at Skyline doing a fantastic job. Again, Marty Duffin over at Idaho Falls. It's the handoff. It's a quarterback keeper. Hackey gets to right at the 19-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 2 for Skyline, sitting on the left hash. So they're going to put it right at the 20.
You know, Sadiq he's the biggest name on this team, right? He's got the biggest name. He's got the biggest offers and everything. But without Hackey back there would be no what Sadiq has done. And so Hackey's been incredible running the ball, throwing the ball. The accuracy is just great for him. What
Sadiq,
he does.
You're right, on the left side. Instead, it's a handoff. Has some room, gets to the 15, pushed out of bounds. Nice run for Caden Taggart, the senior. So inching their way towards the end zone. It's a 1st down, so 1st and 10 from their own 14. People are still coming into the stadium. Don't know where they're going to sit. 3:35 left in the first quarter. No score. Severio in the backfield next to Hackey. Sends Sadiq. Nope, keeps it himself again. Cuts through down to the 3-yard line. What a quarterback keeper. Called his own number. And when you've got those, Silverio, you've got Kenyon Sadiq, if you have a mobile quarterback, you can really take advantage of that and let those decoys go out. And it's almost, like a pitcher, kind of throw him outside, get him inside, right?
Yeah, Hackey's decision-making is really, really good. He is a senior. And the way he just slithers around the tacklers is really impressive.
2 on the right, Sadiq on the left. Hackey takes a snap right to Sadiq. Let's see what he does. And thrown out of bounds by Lyda. Colton Lyda playing some defense as well here. And that's a good one-on-one situation there. As Lyda's 6'1", 208. Kenyon Sadiq, 6'4", 225. That was a test for Lyda. He didn't try and do too much. He's close enough to the sideline. He can just kind of force him out, and that's what he did. So it's 1st and goal from the 2. 2:48 left in the first quarter. Boy, Lyda. Gets by him. And our first touchdown of the day, Silverio from 2 yards out. We got a touchdown, Skyline.
You know, Skyline, as you saw there, they hurried up to that line of scrimmage to get that ball off because they really liked what they saw there. And I really like Silverio and what he's done for this Skyline offense. And just an easy walk-in touchdown right there for the first score of the game. Extra point is good.
Well, I did an 8-man game last night. They don't kick extra points.
No, they don't, but they get a lot of scoring going on.
It was 42-36 there at the end. Great game. That gives us a chance to thank some of our local sponsors here today. Of course, since 1947, Bill's Bike and Snow has been an iconic part of the southeastern Idaho recreational community. Bill's Bike and Snow offers quality service and repairs, custom fittings, and the best products and accessories the biking, skiing, and snowboarding industry has to offer. Want to get your skis and snowboards ready for the upcoming season? Of course you do. Need to update your gear? How about the perfect gift for the winter enthusiast in your life? Head to the place you can trust for all that and more. It's Bill's Bike and Snow. Everyone at Bill's Bike and Snow has a passion for skiing, snowboarding, and want to share it with you. See their over $1 million of skis, snowboard, bikes, e-bikes, paddle boards, and more in person at 930 Pierview Park Drive in Idaho Falls, or check them out online at billsbikeandrun.com. Walk, run, ride, live at Bill's Bike and Snow. Just right there west of Buffalo Wild Wings. That's how I kind of gauge everything in Idaho Falls, is this proximity to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I feel you there. I can go for some B-dubs right now.
And there's the kick by Jacob DeMotten, taken from the 1 across the 15, the 20, the 25, coming to the near side. And on special teams, there's Bird with the tackle. So Idaho Falls will start things off right about their 26-yard line. Looks like they might spot it at the 27, and they do. So 1st and 10 from their own 27. As the first quarter winding down, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. 7-0 Skyline with a touchdown lead. Two receivers on the right, one on his left, one on his right. Hackey takes his time at the line. Motion comes from the left, hands it off. Finds the slot, gets to the 35-yard line. Going to be a couple yards short of the first down.
Yeah, I'm happy they're giving Lyda a break here because Lyda was all on offense and then came out and covered Sadiq on defense. And he was breathing real hard already here in the first quarter. You know, much later than I would be breathing. I'd be breathing on just running onto the field right now. But
yeah.
but definitely getting his breather in.
I hear you. Hands it off again. He gets stopped almost immediately. Gains about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1 for Idaho Falls.
Yeah, last time in this situation, they just did a little QB sneak where they rushed to the line of scrimmage to try to surprise that Skyline defense.
Wilson comes off for Idaho Falls after the tackle. Minute and a half left, clock running. Taylor Corden on the far side. Takes the snap, turns, hands it off. Boy, he gets hit immediately, and that's going to be another loss of yards for Idaho Falls. And that brings up 4th and about 4, 5. They actually move it back a little further. We'll see when he finishes moving.
Yeah, I believe it was a senior Blomquist on that defensive line, number 0. You know, he's a big kid. He's almost 230 pounds out there, and he was the first one there to get him behind that line of scrimmage.
A lot of big boys out here tonight.
Yeah,
look up and down, and you mentioned Blomquist, 6'3", 225. So set to punt again, Idaho Falls. Goes right over the head of Woodruff. Woodruff picks it up at about the 6. Woodruff trying to find some room, gets to 15. He's going to cut back the other way and gets tackled from behind. Great defensive play for Idaho Falls on special teams by number 18. That's Parker Elliott, the junior. Woodruff, he's got wheels, and he tried to make it to the other side, get away from the pack. And Elliott tracked him down and pushed in. They're going to start things off right at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, that's always a really hard thing to do is try to come one way and cut it back the other way, because that leaves, you know, that defense is coming from that way that you're turning around now.
Right.
But I'm sure his coach's staff is going to talk to him about that one. But he did get a gain of about 5 yards in the punt return.
Yeah. Two receivers to his right, one on the left. Hackey keeps it himself, gets across the 15 to about the 8-19 is where they're going to spot that. So he's stretched out with the football to get it right at the 19-yard line. So second and about 2.5. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. 1 down, 3 to go here at the 58th annual Emotion Bowl. Skyline leads 7-0. We're going to keep it right here. Thanks some of those local sponsors that we talked about before. Founded in 2007, Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson. It's a full-service law firm practicing in 2 locations in southeast Idaho. As a firm with over 100 years of combined experience, the diverse experience of their attorneys provides a competitive advantage to their clients. The entire team at Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson has a well-earned reputation for providing their clients with superior client service. They know what you value: exceptional legal skills, quick responses, and practical solutions delivered with the highest level of professional integrity. With offices in Driggs and Idaho Falls, Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson knows and understands the specific needs of Eastern Idaho. Call 208-525-8792 or find out more online at eastidaholaw.net. That's eastidaholaw.net. Don't forget about First American Title Company in Idaho Falls. They value world-class client experience to meet their customers' real estate transaction needs. They are the only locally owned title company in town. Tell your real estate agent you want to use them for your next deal. First American Title Company, proud supporter of all the local student athletes, and is excited to be part of this Emotion Bowl broadcast here on IdahoSports.com. Here we go, start of the second quarter. 2nd and 3 to go, ball on the 19-yard line. Hackey. Across the middle, has Sadiq at midfield. They're not going to catch him. An 82-yard touchdown pass. Hackey to Sadiq. What a beautifully placed ball. He just had to run underneath it. He was a couple of yards in front of his defender, who couldn't do anything on that.
Yeah, I've seen Sadiq do this for 2 years now, where he gets wide open down the middle of the field. And I don't know what teams are doing, because as soon as they see that it's man, he's going straight up the middle of the field. You know, if there's no deep safety, he's gone, and no one can catch him. As this is going to be a fake, and Severio is going to convert it for a 2-point conversion.
So a 2-point conversion on that fake puts a couple more on the board. 15-0 is our score. With about, 11:40? That happened in 19 seconds. 11 seconds? Not bad, not bad.
You know, it's interesting. Sadiq is signed to play tight end at the next level. You know, he's a wide receiver here. He's a big guy. He's 6'4", 225. Add another 20 pounds, same athleticism. Yeah, you get yourself an elite tight end nowadays.
Yeah, and he's got, a lot of growth left. You get in those situations where, man, that guy's huge in high school. And then all of a sudden they get 18, 19, 20 years old and they just pack on another, 20 pounds of muscle. Got balloons being released over the field.
I wonder if they're going to do that every Skyline touchdown. They released white balloons for the first touchdown and then blue balloons for the second one.
Hope they brought a lot of balloons.
It's not good for our habitat.
Save the turtles. Good, high kick. DeMott gets it all the way down, and it's mishandled. Wasn't able to field it cleanly, and so they are going to get stuck with some pretty poor field position after a great punt by DeMott. That's going to be at the 17-yard line. 11:44 to go here in the first half. For joining us here on IdahoSports.com for the 58th annual Emotion Bowl. Part of the Great American Rivalry Series. Both in the media poll and the coaches poll, Skyline ranked number 1. Bishop Kelly a close second. So Lida, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off. And they went nowhere fast. Got pushed back, loss of yards. And that was Kirkham, the ball carrier. They lost. That's going to be 2nd and 9 for Idaho Falls.
Yeah, they like to bring that motion, man, to try to gauge what this defense is doing and try to get that outside blocker. But right now, it's not working for them. Try to get the edge and turn something up the field. The Skyline defense is coming to play.
And Lida still in at quarterback. In the shotgun. He sends Molino up to block for him. It's a rush, and he gets dropped by Sadiq at the 5-yard line. Came through absolutely untouched. Grease Lightning with the sack.
Oh my gosh, what a hit and what a fast play right there. He was, as you said, untouched.
Well, he was dropped at the 5, but they're going to say somehow forward progress gets him at the 10. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the forward progress rule. I say if you can pick your guy up, carry him 40 yards, and drop him, that's where he should be down.
No whistles were blown yet, right?
No, 3rd 17. Ball on the 10. Clock running 10-10. This is dangerous territory. Oh. And that's going to be another penalty on Idaho Falls. So there's not much room between Idaho Falls and their own end zone right now, as it's going to be on the 5-yard line now. And that's dangerous territory, Josh, because a lot of things can happen. I mean, right now, the snapper has a lot of things going. I can't snap it over his head, can't snap it low. And the defense is just licking their chops for a safety. There's a pass downfield, just off his fingertips. Well thrown ball, but Taylor Carden just could not hang on to it.
Yeah, the junior, I think he was bracing for that hit from that safety, but the safety didn't come and just bobbled the ball right there. It was a good throw.
It was a great throw. I thought he way overthrew him, but he caught up to it very quickly. And now Idaho Falls will be punting out of their own end zone as Lida goes from quarterback to punter. Gets it away, and it's going to be bounces at the 48-yard line, goes out of bounds.
Not a bad punt.
No, not at all, from his own end zone. Gets to about, like I said, about the 48. Let's see where they actually spot it. They're going to say it was on the opposite side. So yeah, that's still great field position after a great defensive stand. So back and forth we go, you know, minus those a couple of long plays, those two scores. Idaho Falls holding their own here early on. Even though the score is 15-0, they really are doing a great job on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've held them to, you know, only 2 touchdowns so far with this electric offense.
Yep.
You know, but their penalties aren't helping them right now for this Idaho Falls team.
Hackey takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's going to air it out, downfield. Has a man open, he catches it. What a catch for number 23, Caden Taggart, the senior, down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's their very sleeky, fast slot receiver. You know, Taggart was an amazing receiver last year, just overshadowed by Sadiq, and he's doing his thing this year as well. You know, he's not maybe the biggest kid out there, but he's going to get his opportunities.
Not an easy catch, but he brought it down. They're going to spot it at the 27. So 1st and 10 from the 27, 9:25 to go here in the second quarter. Sadiq in motion, gets the handoff, cuts through the slot. One man to beat, he does. Front left corner of the end zone, it's a touchdown. Kenyon Sadiq, his second touchdown of the day, comes at the 9:10 mark of the second quarter.
Not a bad day so far for him. 2 touchdowns, a sack, couple tackles, and a couple catches as well. So great job from him so far early on, as it's 21-0 already here. 22.
And the PAT is good. So 9:10 on the clock, 22-0 is our score. Skyline in the lead here at the Emotion Bowl. We'll take a quick break and be right back on IdahoSports.com.
How do I know when to take her to the ERMAC ER?
You can use ERMAC's free 24/7 nurse advice line. They'll advise you if you can take care of your child at home, if you need to go see your doctor, or come directly to the emergency room. Remember that ERMAC has the most experience taking care of kids. In fact, every ERMAC ER nurse has higher level pediatric certifications, not common in all ERs.
Thank you so much. We'll head right there.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium. The Grizz set to kick off after another Sadiq Kenyon touchdown. DeMott kicking from the 40. Another big boot. Kid's got a leg on him. That's taken at the 5. Going to the right side. Boy, he just gets absolutely drilled. Number 19, the return man there for Idaho Falls. That was Tayson Kirkham, the junior. So Idaho Falls hasn't been blessed today with a lot of great field position to start with. Don't forget Will the Thrill down on the field doing social media for us. Make sure you check out our Instagram page at Idaho Sports. 1st and 10 for Idaho Falls. Takes the snap, hands it off. Lyda trying to find some room. He does. He somehow breaks free, stays on his feet. He might have got a first down out of that, and he did. Lyda was dead to rights about a yard after the handoff, somehow squirted free, kind of a mini hurdle over the defense, and picked up a first down.
Now Lyda right there showing off the balance, because it looked like right as soon as you got the handoff, he was going to fall forward for maybe a yard or going right back to the line of scrimmage. But Lyda showing off a little bit of athleticism right there.
8:42 clock running here in the second. 22-0 Skyline. 1st and 10 from the 34. In the shotgun. Quarterback is Eder again. And 3-yard gain for Idaho Falls. Feder got it too. Lida. I like how they switch things up. Yeah, I think that's, I always like to see different things happen. And switching a quarterback up here, at this level of play is something you see sometimes at the lower levels. But, if you can have all those, again, offensive weapons where in certain situations, certain packages, you can bring in a certain quarterback, a certain running back, switch them around. And then these guys are playing defense as well,
Yeah, absolutely. You got to love it. Usually you see that down on the goal line where you see bigger quarterbacks come in, but I love it when you can see that in the middle of the field too.
So Feder in the shotgun. Again, taking his time. Hands it off to Lida. Lida around the right side, lowers his head, breaks free across midfield and more. Lida with another big breakaway run. Gets down to the opposite 45-yard line. So Lida keeping really the Tigers alive here in the first half. Down 22 points. Not a lot of give up down there as we got a lot of game to play. And it's the stinking emotion bowl. Come on.
Exactly. You got 100 of your fans here, and you're right. Lida is the one keeping them alive right now. He's giving them hope right here in the second quarter.
Feder in the shotgun again. Got Woodruff on the near side. Excuse me, Kirkham. Lida calls his number again. Gets down to the 42-yard line. Clock running, 6:43 now here in the second. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. You can own the video file of the 58th Emotion Bowl. Just click the buy now button, basically. If you're on desktop, it's in the upper right. If you're on mobile, it's in the bottom left. Just wait till halftime. Don't do it now. But you can just click that button, fill out a form, and then in a day or two, you'll get a download link where you can just download the actual file of the webcast. You can cut up for highlight clips, make your own DVD out of it, both. It's your file. And first time out of the game is called. With 6:06 to Idaho Falls timeout. We'll keep it right here and thank Alta Insurance. It's a locally owned agency with locations of both Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help their community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their number one priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Archibald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg. The same great names with the same great service together. That's Alta Insurance. As we mentioned, the coaches poll, the media poll that come out on IdahoSports.com every week. Skyline in the coaches poll got 7 of the 12 first place votes. They got 10 of the 11 first place votes in the media poll. Bishop Kelly in second. And in the coaches poll, it went Minico Sandpoint. Minico beat Burley last night, who came in undefeated, which was big. Burley got a first-place vote in the media poll. That will probably change this next week. Make sure you check back about midweek when those polls update. 2nd and 6, ball on the 41. Nearing the 6-minute mark. On his heels, throws downfield as he's being rushed. No good, as that was intended for Ethan Meyer, 6-foot senior.
Yeah, Federer's not really having a lot of time back there. This Skyline defensive line is getting there really fast right now.
3rd and 7. Ball sitting on the Skyline 42-yard line. Can't imagine traffic is very bad anywhere in Idaho Falls right now, because everybody's here. Big 3rd down play here for Idaho Falls. They're going deep. A little bit too deep as the ball falls at the 9-yard line, intended for Kirkham. No way he was getting under that. Good pass defense out there by Cortez.
Yeah, seen that like that ball was held up there for a while.
So that was Chastain out there on the pass defense. Yeah, that was a very hard and high. So 4th down, what was a big 3rd down, is now an even bigger 4th down. Down 22. You've got just under 6 to play in the first half. You got to go for it. Oh, I say they should play music the entire time.
Absolutely.
Liven it up. Fetter airs it out again. And another great defensive play by number 1, Carson Chastain. The senior just reached up, batted it away, and turnover on downs. Skyline back out on the field with 5:51 to go here in the first half.
It's funny that you bring up music being played the whole time. I witnessed my first professional lacrosse game a couple years ago.
Nice.
It's basically going to a rock concert the whole time.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah, there is non-stop music with a little bit of lacrosse. I don't know anything about lacrosse, but I learned that night because that was the best experience of an indoor game I've ever seen.
You know, we've started broadcasting some lacrosse, and our own Logan Green played lacrosse in high school. So he's our, he's our man on the mic for all lacrosse games. Silverio coming to the near side across the midfield of the 45 and pushed out of bounds by number 21, Ethan Meyer. But what a run for Silverio, the senior running back. Gets into Idaho Falls territory at the Idaho Falls 44.
I think that run alone is showing you how this game is going for Idaho Falls, because Silverio didn't get touched until he was 15, 17 yards down the field. And that Skyline line, that offensive line, is just dominating Idaho Falls right now. And great blocking down the field as well.
2 receivers on the left, Sadiq on the near side. Takes the snap. Little shuttle pass up the middle. Not gonna get him. From 44 yards out, rushing touchdown for Hamilton Woodruff. And flags after the fact. Yeah, probably celebration penalty. Come on, it's the Emotion Bowl.
Yeah, and so I saw this flag coming because they've warned them the last couple of touchdowns of dancing and pointing to that Idaho Falls student section. And not surprised that flag came out right there.
Yeah, and I'm sure he hated to do it. He's like, I'm gonna be hated. There's the flag.
It's one of those flags that the coaches aren't going to be too mad about.
No. So a 44-yard rushing touchdown by Hamilton Woodruff puts the Grizzlies up 28-0. Cortez setting up for the PAT. Holds good. Kick is up, and it is good as well. So just like that, 29-0, 5:35 to play here in the first half. It is all Skyline, and Idaho Falls needs to come up with an answer and come up with it quick. Well, hey, Tiger Grizz fans, good luck tonight. Now, instead of advertising the KW Idaho team this year, we've chosen to honor a hometown hero, number 60, Paul Griffin, from the 1993 undefeated state championship team. He needs our help and support. Please donate to his GoFundMe page so we can bring Paul Griffin and a healthy heart back to Idaho Falls. Any donation will help. Good luck, Paul. We're all rooting for you. That's from Dan Thomas, Keller Williams Realty. Absolutely, everybody's rooting for you. The teams come back out on the field after the score. Idaho Falls overcame a 17-point deficit in the second half last year. A little bit different team, a little bit different situation on both sides of the ball. But now we're essentially 30 points in the first half. The hole is getting dug pretty deep early on.
Yeah, it's getting to that point where you're getting to that magic number that you don't ever want to get to if you're an Idaho Falls fan, and that number is 40. And if it gets to that point, you get to a running clock and time just starts moving a lot faster.
Right. Another good kick by DeMott. And it's taken at the 10. Kirkham gets across the 35 near the 40. So Idaho Falls is set up with not bad field position on this one. We talked about they haven't really been, quote, blessed with good field position yet, but this one's not bad. It's at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, last drive they had success with Lida running down the field. You know, he had about 30 or 40 yards just rushing on that drive alone. But you can't just run him every time.
Right, that's exactly right. So I was going to say, is, you know, you've got a player that is just getting yards, and you hear people in the stands, you know, give it to Lida. Well, Lida's gassed. You know, you can't just send the kid out every play. Somebody else has to step up. Lida in at quarterback now. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Five-man front. Taking his time with the line. It's a handoff. Man coming in motion. Boy, and he just gets absolutely leveled at the 25-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play.
Can I just tell you, they had 3 or 4 wide receivers out there, and they were just straight man-to-man, and every single buddy was in the box, and they blitzed right there.
You know, no one in a Skyline uniform was fooled on that.
No.
Oh, look at all these receivers. Yeah, so what?
Yep, and every Skyline defender was within 5 yards from the ball or closer.
So second down, 14 to go. Clock running, 4:50 left here in the first half. Quick first half. Three on the left this time. Lida takes a snap and might have been a delay of game. And it was. Idaho Falls taking a lot of time before the snap.
And it's confusing to me because usually when you're taking a lot of time as a quarterback, you're trying to read that defense. But with Lida, you know it's going to be more of a run option package back there. And I don't know why he's taking such a long time. Maybe he's trying to decide if he wants to give it off or keep it. But yeah, you're right. They're taking a lot of time off this play clock.
You know, and that's their prerogative, right? They've got the seconds, might as well use it. But that one was just second too long. And they got penalized for it. Second and 14. No, excuse me. Second and about 19 to go. Ball on the 30. Lida trying to send somebody in motion. They don't see him there. Now he goes. Quick dump pass over the middle and incomplete. Idaho Falls wanting a flag, and they get one, and then they get a late flag from behind. I don't know if it was for the same. If he had to think about it for a minute.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the corner on a tug of the jersey in that front jersey. So there's going to be a holding on the defense.
Here comes the white hat with the call. Pass interference on the defense.
You know, they don't bring it out every time, but I love when they mic up the refs.
Yeah. Makes it a little bit easier for us up here. No ambiguity on what was that? What did he say? So second and 4 on this one. Airing it out. Man downfield right through his hands, intended for Kirkham. Just could not bring it in. I think he lost sight of the ball right when it was coming over his shoulder.
He looked back right into that sun, it looked like, and yeah, you're right, just lost it.
Yeah, if you're Idaho Falls and looking downfield, that the sun is right behind your left shoulder. So when you're turning around for the ball,
a little bit of a glare.
A little bit of a glare. We were actually experiencing that before the game when the sun was still on the crowd. People looking at their phones and the coming up here on us. Handoff up the middle, gets across the 45 to the 40, almost to the 48-yard line. So close to a first down. That's going to be 4th and short for Idaho Falls. 3:39 clock running here in the first half.
For a long time, it was always, if you won this emotional bowl, they always painted the goalpost. You know what I think it should be? If you win it, you get the shady side. Because that Idaho Falls fan section over there is absolutely.
You know, Idaho Falls did get kind of the raw deal on this shared stadium thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're facing the sun every game.
They do have the bigger side of the stadium.
Yes. Well, a timeout on the field. So they're going to talk things over on a fourth and about 1.5 with 3:16 left. Keep it right here and thank Lava Hot Springs. Idaho is your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15. Their world-famous hot springs are now open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Beginning October 1st next week, hours will change, opening at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always warm, 102 to 112 degrees. Come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove will open October 1st, Fridays and Saturdays noon to 8 and Sundays noon to 5 with their special weekday hours. Visit lavahot.springs.com for more info and calendar for hours. That's Lava Hot Springs, just 11 miles off I-15. Well, Idaho Falls would love to get the goose egg off the board before heading into the locker room. But with a 4th and short, let's see what they come away with. Lida, you almost just say, you know what, quarterback keeper, go for it. Back in at quarterback is Fetter. Fetter back to pass, 2 men in his face, and Sadiq intercepts it at the 45.
And then he fumbled.
And then a fumble. Let's see who recovered. Boy, Sadiq with the hops. Well, Sadiq came away with the football, and it is Skyline football with 3:07 left in the second quarter. On a 4th and short for Idaho Falls, an interception at the 45 by Kenyon Sadiq. And that's where Skyline will bring their offense back out with 3:07 left.
What a play from Sadiq, you know, and that was a screen pass, and Sadiq, instead of rushing that quarterback, he held back and intercepted that ball right in the middle of the field. Sadiq's a special talent.
And on 4th down, a lot of times you teach, you know, don't intercept, knock it down, but he was right at the line of scrimmage anyway. Why not? Standing in midfield. Gives it up. Crockett coming around. The freshman Zion Crockett. It's a high gainer, almost a first down. Boy, it's close, and they give it to him. Got right at 10 yards on that one. Zion Crockett, the 5'9", 150 freshman out here in the Emotion Bowl. 3 receivers to the left now on the set, 2:50 on the clock. Quick pass, getting out to Bird. Bird loses the football, and Idaho Falls says they recovered. But they're going to say that was down. Ball stays with Skyline.
Yeah, I didn't see the play exactly, but his knees must have been down. But the fall, from my point of view, the ball was out, but his knee must have been down.
2nd and 5, ball on the 29. Hackey in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off again to Silverio. Silverio cuts the gap, gets to the 20, and that's going to be close to another first down, but I think he's going to be a little short. And they gave it to him. All right. How about that?
Home field advantage.
Isn't it home field for both?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how about that? 1st and 10 from the 20. Minute 50 clock is running here in the first half. Woodruff out on the far side. Kenyon on the near. In motion goes Taggart. Back to pass. Hackey. Boy, just throws it right over the head of Silverio. Didn't have a chance at that one. Molino was the defender right there. Wasn't quite in a position to intercept the football. So clock stops. Minute 31.
You know, Hackey is the sharpshooter on this Skyline basketball team. Just couldn't quite find the hole there. He's tried to get it right over the jumping defensive lineman, but
a little too close.
A little too close.
Little too
yeah.
close.
It's a hard throw.
So 2nd and 10. In motion goes to Taggart. Boy, and just dropped right at the 20-yard line. No gain at all for Caden Taggart, the senior. That brings up 3rd and 10. Clock running, $1:15 left here in the first half. Closing in on a minute now. Big 3rd down here for Skyline. Hackey takes the snap. Hands it off. He gives it to Taggart. Taggart, again, nowhere to go. This Idaho Falls defense, probably the best stand they've had here in the first half.
Yeah, this is the first time that Skyline has even reached 4th down earlier in the first half.
Clock running, 30 seconds. So Hackey faced with a 4th and 10. Trips on the right, 2 on the left. Takes the snap, looks left, cross the middle, wide open at the 10. Cruising into the end zone, that's Racer Collins, the 6-foot junior. 20-yard touchdown pass is what happens in the books.
Yeah, it was just a simple slant pass, and Racer was wide open there for that touchdown.
So they found the gap, and on 4th and 10, scoring the touchdown with 13.5 left. Down, it's up, and it's good for the PAT. Makes it 36-0. Grizzlies over the Tigers here in the first half of the 58th annual Emotion Bowl. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back with the last 13 and a half seconds of the first half right after this on IdahoSports.com.
Well, can you tell me why ERMAC has the backing of our community pediatricians?
It's true that ERMAC has the backing of our local pediatricians. They've been practicing at ERMAC for over 30 years. In fact, we have a pediatric ICU, a level 3 neonatal intensive care unit, pediatric surgery, and so much more. We wouldn't be where we are without the support of our local pediatricians.
All right, welcome back to Ravston Stadium. 13 and a half seconds, that's all we've got left here. But boy, it has been Skyline all day long here, 36-0. And this is not how the Idaho Falls hopeful. We're hoping to have this first half go. Set to kick. Another big booming kick by DeMott. It's taken at the 5. Nice return, stays on his feet. They're going to say, did he go down on a knee?
Yeah, he knelt right there, right at the 25-yard line.
So not a bad return for Kirkham. Gets to the 25. And we're looking at 3.7 on the clock. Not much to do here. Probably one last play from their own 26-yard line. Boy, so what's the 3-second, 74-yard play here, Josh?
Let's see some
everybody go
run as they have a late receiver come out on the field.
And then he goes in the backfield. Takes the snap, back to pass. Airs it out. Has a man underneath it, and it's intercepted at the 37. Stays on his feet. I think that's Murdoch. If I saw the number right. And it was. So Jake Murdoch ends the fun. There's a flag on the field. There is a penalty. Why not?
I believe it's going to be holding.
So. And it was. So, yeah. Basically, it didn't happen. So one half in the books, folks, at the 58th Annual Emotion Bowl, and Skyline goes into the locker room with a comfortable lead, 36-0. This is East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Toyota, Ermac Pediatric Center, as well as a whole host of others. D.L. Evans Bank, Valleywide Co-op, Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Jamba Juice. We're going to take a break, be back with Mr. Doug Swanson. Doug Swanson, the owner of Bill's Bike and Snow. Have a chat with him. You've heard of him. We'll be back right after this.
with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Ermac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapist at Ermac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Ermac.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
We're Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
Well, is Ermac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Ermac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, IRMAC is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All IRMAC ER nurses have higher level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at IRMAC.
All right, welcome back. It is halftime here at the 58th Annual Emotion Bowl, 36-0 Skyview all over Idaho Falls. I'm here next to Doug Swanson. If you're in Eastern Idaho, you know who Doug Swanson is. He owns Bill's Bike and Snow, recently changed from Bill's Bike and Run, and you're also the director of the Grid Kid program. How long have you been doing Grid Kid?
About 15 years.
About 15 years. And how is this year? What are some of the struggles that you've had this year compared to past years with that?
Well, we continue to grow as a program, so we have 100 teams in our league, from Firth to Driggs, but officiating has certainly been our number one challenge. Keeping veterans playing and getting new guys trained and retaining them, it's pretty rough.
You know, and officials has been a problem, not just football, but in all sports across the state, across the country, as there's an official shortage.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see, but you know, young guys come in, they get absolutely hammered by the fans.
Right.
There's not they're not getting rich off of it, and they say, "Whoa, this isn't worth it." Right.
No, right, and it takes some time to learn that skill. It's a skill. I mean, it takes experience,
Yeah.
and so I think it's to get a guy to come in, put up with parents, find a team that he a crew that he fits on, and stick it out and get the experience. I would say that every 20 guys that we get, we're retaining about 5.
Wow. It's not good.
No.
That's not good. Not good. So if you want to be an official, you can go online and figure out how.
Yeah.
Try it out. Come and help out, because there's been a lot of high school games this year moved around to different days or times to accommodate official schedules, because these guys have 9 to 5 jobs.
Yeah.
And so they're officiating a couple of football games in an afternoon and night in order to let these kids play.
Yeah. Well, like this crew that's on your field today, Mike Colson, Marshall Marler, these guys all did 3 Grid Kid games this morning.
Seriously.
Before they came here.
And that kind of highlights exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This crew that is coming off the Emotion Bowl did 3 Grid Kid games this morning.
Started at 9:30. And
hats off to them, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Again, this is Doug Swanson, owner of Bill's Bike and Snow. Now, how come you changed it from Bill's Bike and Run to Bill's Bike and Snow?
Well, we partnered with Kelly Canyon, so we're involved at Kelly Canyon, and we brought in skis, snowboards, our ability to service, lease, rent, sell all that equipment, partnering with Kelly's, new lift, new magic carpet, school program. So last year was kind of our first year. This year we're in position to kill it, slay it.
$1 million in inventory.
Yeah.
That's just pocket change for a guy like Doug Swanson.
No.
But
That's
right.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I hear you.
No.
I hear you. So you're an expert when it comes to sports in Eastern Idaho. You've been around for a while. I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying you've been around.
Right.
And you know a lot of stuff. So coming into today's game, last year it was basically the same records: 3-1, 1-3.
Yeah.
A little bit different Idaho Falls team last year.
Yeah.
A little bit different Skyline team last year. But coming in today, is there anything that's actually a bit of a surprise for you as you watch that first half?
Well, no, I mean, I knew that Skyline's skilled players that they have this year are they're just hard to match up with. IF is a hard-working group of kids, but they're not very deep. So I think it's I was obviously, and you just never know what will happen in the second half. Last year, remember, we were here and Skyline was up by 17 in the fourth and lost. So you never know. This game has been like that. But yeah, I would have to say Skyline's got just a lot deeper program this year.
Silverio had a really good first half coming in. Bird did as well. And you see a lot of those different players. Sadiq, of course, had a big first half there, kind of ending that last drive with Idaho Falls with that interception. He's a special player.
Yeah.
And you've known him and going through the programs. Where are some of the places that have offered him?
Well, it's funny. I know when he winitially announced that he was gonna announce where he was going. His final three were Washington State. Who else? Michigan and Iowa State.
Yeah.
And then on Monday morning, he showed up and rolled out the Big O Oregon on the deal.
Right?
Yeah.
How great is that for Oregon?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, obviously they're wrapping their arms around him. I know they flew him and his girlfriend down there to have a homecoming dance on the Oregon field last weekend.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's, for an Idaho kid.
Yeah, right.
I think that is fantastic. Yeah. We've really seen in the last 10, 15 years, Idaho athletes really be exposed more on that national level.
For sure.
And it's been a lot of smaller school kids.
For sure.
Starting it off. Shea McClellan coming out of Marsing and Van Der Esch coming out of Salmon River playing for Boise. But, you've got Togiai out there playing for the Browns now.
Yeah.
And so I like seeing Idaho kids get those opportunities at not only the D1 college level, but also on into the pros.
Yeah, I think football-wise, summer opportunities have grown immensely.
Yeah.
7-on-7 and more camps. You get a kid that gets to go and be in front of a college coach for 2 or 3 years. College coach gets to watch him, get to know him, develop him. I mean, the 7-on-7 stuff now is unbelievable. I mean, you can go to a pylon tournament and there's hundreds of college coaches there.
Right.
And so, and even like a situation like with Kenyon, it gives his teammates an opportunity because they might go to see Kenyon, but they might watch Caden Tackard or Braun make a great play. So those kids give other kids opportunities.
They absolutely benefit from having those stars on the team. When I was playing high school basketball, we had Chris Bauman, best player in the state. I was on the team. I didn't get any looks. So I don't know why that didn't translate back then. Maybe it was because I didn't play. Maybe that's I was the best bench player that Plymouth had back in 1993.
Right.
Again, this is Doug Swanson, owner of Bill's Bike and Snow. Thanks for stopping by here in the booth.
Appreciate you.
You are a man among men. You do so much here in eastern Idaho for these kids from ages, this big all the way up to these kids and beyond. Your heart's in the right place, and I've known you a long time. I love you like a brother. And,
Same.
And it's always great to see you. I don't get an opportunity too much, but thanks for coming up and joining us in the booth.
Appreciate you guys, and enjoy the second half and be safe driving home.
All right, thanks, Doug. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half of the 58th Emotion Bowl right here on IdahoSports.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your number one choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
How do I know when to take her to the ERMAC ER?
You can use ERMAC's free 24/7 nurse advice line. They'll advise you if you can take care of your child at home, if you need to go see your doctor, or come directly to the emergency room. Remember that ERMAC has the most experience taking care of kids. In fact, every ERMAC ER nurse has higher level pediatric certifications, not common in all ERs.
Thank you so much. We'll head right there.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank. Since 19...
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no-problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, we're back as you see a little bit of the behind the scenes there here at IdahoSports.com. Both teams back out on the field. Idaho Falls, a lot to talk about at halftime, Josh. You know, besides just keeping your chin up, keep working hard, stick to the game plan, you know, what else can head coach Marty Duffin really tell his guys down 36-0 at with only a half to go?
Yeah, it's a big deficit, and if you're a coach over there, you got to realize you can give the same speech as you did last year. You know, you were down by, I believe it was 20 or so at halftime, and you came back and won that one. You know, this one's a bigger deficit, this one's a bigger challenge, but why not and go out and do that, and why not stick to those fundamentals and try to get, you know, Lida going and Federer going and all of those special pieces that you have to try to get something going.
You know, and they've had, like you said, you know, Federer's done a good job back there. Lida's come in, switched off. Bird's been doing a good job. You know, Kirkham has been doing well for him. All these guys coming out and playing hard, playing fast. But this Skyline defense is just so difficult to play against. And a lot of the players are playing on both sides. So you're looking at the same fellas every time you come out on the field.
Yeah, and this Skyline defense definitely came to play, and they're going to be showing up for the rest of this game. They got to find a way to stop that Skyline offense, though.
Yep.
It's been unstoppable.
It has so far, so that's one thing Idaho Falls really has to figure out a way to stop a whole host of players, right? They've got to come out and they've got to stop Silverio. You know, they have to come out, they have to stop, of course, Kenyon Sadiq. You can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him, as they say. Kind of like you. As a color guy, you can't stop him.
Yep, you know, I'm behind camera, so I'm a big guy, 6'5", 220, 12-pack, so I'm really hard to stop.
I've got one ab. It's
really
right
good.
here, just one big ab.
They call it a keg.
It's a kegerator right here. Yes. I've heard some women like it. My wife says you need to work out, so she's apparently not one of them.
She still loves you.
She tolerates me. We've got 5 kids. This is our 25th anniversary. It's a little late.
25th,
you know, so doesn't yeah, 25 years.
It's my wife's 5-year anniversary.
5 years.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
We're a little off.
You got time. You got time. There's the kickoff of the second half. It lands at the 11, and it's going to be picked up by Woodruff. He had a good first half as well. He breaks free, had a couple guys to beat. He didn't. Gets knocked down to the 35-yard line. Woodruff, what a return. And the Grizzlies will start the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, Woodruff made something out of nothing right there. Just dropped dead at the 11-yard line, and then he picked it up. He almost had a chance to go all the way, unless he didn't get stopped by that last line of that defense.
You know, Woodruff, he's 5'10", 150. He's a junior. He's shifty, and he's very quick laterally. Boy, it's a little smoky. Don't adjust your sets.
It's baby powder smoke.
And a handoff up the middle. Looked like he might have just stumbled a little bit as he tried to get his feet under him. So that was Silverio again. Gain of a couple. 2nd and 8. Is that baby powder?
It's baby powder, yeah.
Why?
That's their smoke.
Oh, got it.
So they do white baby powder and then blue baby powder. Yep.
I'm going to start sneezing into the mic. Coming to the near side, that's number 23. Taggart across midfield and pushed out of bounds. Right at the 45.
Yeah, Taggart showing a little bit of athleticism there. They've run that play a couple times. And you've seen a lot in the NFL with the Chiefs where it's a little fake toss and then an inside scoop.
Yeah.
To the inside guy.
You a Chiefs fan?
No. No, I'm best team in the NFL, Carolina Panthers.
See, Logan is from North Carolina.
Yes, he is.
Huge Panthers fan. I'm going to have to fact check you on best team in the NFL.
Well, don't worry about that. Just take it for my word.
They are a team in the NFL. I'm going to give you that. I will give you that.
Maybe.
Standing in midfield, Hackey gives it up to Sadiq. Sadiq rumbles forward. Looks like he got the first down. Brought down by number 54, Court Johnson, the junior. A lot of juniors here on this Idaho Falls team. Man, we're here in the booth and we're missing all the great food that's down there. I mean, I was smelling it before the baby powder, but
I know. I thought somebody would bring something up to
nothing.
us.
See, John Bajus is here. So 1st and 10 from the 34. Silverio again across the 30, the 25, brought down inside the 25-yard line. Brad Barlow's in the house. I'll just give you a quick elbow bump, Brad. There you go. Haven't seen you for a while, man. 10:35, third quarter. That's where we're at. Here at the Emotion Bowl, the E-Bowl, as the cool kids. No, they don't call it.
They don't call it the
E-Bowl. And I wouldn't know what the cool kids called it anyway. They don't let me into their club meetings.
You're right. You're the leader.
1st and 10. Pass to the outside. Bird gets across to 15. Near a first down. Might be a little short. Let's see what they spot. And there's a flag down on the field at the 22-yard line. Let's see what we've got. Block in the back on Skyline. So that will push him back way back. 1st and 20. 20? Yep, 1st and 20. Man, how are those kids breathing?
I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, I could be in that crowd right now.
Clock running, nearing 10 minutes now. Everybody in the huddle but Sadiq. Someone just yell it to me.
They can't stop it, so yeah, might as well yell it.
Lined up way at the bottom. Hackey with the snap, rolls. They're going to air it out to Sadiq. Downfield, gives a stiff arm to make himself a little bit of room. And as he did that, lost sight of the ball, goes over his head.
Sadiq tried to go for the highlight play right there. Instead of going up with 2, he just tried to go up with 1.
Yep. Instead, he threw that stiff arm out to clear some room out, but I think it cost him the touchdown. 9:46 to go. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 21.
Did you see George Pickens' catch the other night?
Did not.
Steelers and Browns.
Yeah, that's not a game I'd watch.
Nope, no one did, but that catch was was incredible.
Greatest catch no one saw. I can't say that. Togiai plays for the Browns. A lot of fans here. There's a handoff. Goes up the gap, cuts to the left side. That's Silverio. Stays on his feet and finally brought down at the 20. Might have given him forward progress to the 18. What a run by Abron Silverio. Clock running, 9.5 left here in the third.
Yeah, it's a pickup of about 15, I believe.
Yeah, Silverio having himself a great game here so far.
Yeah, this whole team is, Hackey is, Sadiq, Silverio, their whole defensive linemen.
Yeah.
They got all the little cheerleaders running around.
There's water's there for you. They brought up for us.
They brought waters, yeah, instead of Mountain Dew cold.
I know, and I didn't bring us any. My mistake. I've got a lot of warm ones in the truck. 3rd down, 3rd and 5, ball on the 18. Takes the snap, and a bad snap. Hackey picks it up. It's still going to be a loss of about 2 yards. So bad snap results in a 4th and 8 for Skyline.
Are they going for this?
Might as well.
Oh, they're going to go for field goal, it looks like.
So bringing everything out. Yeah, 38-yard field goal. Hold by Collins. DeMott It's up. Does it have the legs? It does. 38-yard field goal for DeMott. So we've seen almost everything here today. And your score now, 39-0, 7:58 to go in the third. We'll keep it right here and thank First American Title Company here in Idaho Falls. They value a world-class client experience to meet their customers' real estate transaction needs. They're the only locally owned title company in town. Tell your real estate agent that you want to use them for your next deal. First American Title Company is a proud supporter of all the local student athletes and is excited to be a part of the Emotion Bowl broadcast on IdahoSports.com. Teams heading back out on the field after the field goal. As the Skyline fans are keeping nice and cool in the shade, Idaho Falls fans are squinting, hands over their foreheads, trying to see.
They're staying nice and warm.
They are staying nice and warm here today. Right now we're looking at 69 degrees. There's the kick, and it's going to be a touchback. Another big booming kick and a big booming block out there with no one there by Morrill on special teams. You want to go out and just lay a lick on anybody, right?
And that's what you're there for.
That's what you're coached to do. So, Idaho Falls starts things off at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Boy, they're just giving bottles. Whoa. All right.
We just witnessed a kid take a bottle of baby powder and throw it down on somebody.
With authority.
Yeah.
Fetter airs it out. Cale Fetter, incomplete. There's a flag down. Pass was intended. That number 10 out there, Trey Piper. Wide receiver. Take a look at the white hat. It is pass interference on Skyline. So some free yards for Idaho Falls. And this is why we don't have a crowd mic.
Sometimes I wish we did.
Sometimes, yeah. In some games we do. It all depends.
And where we are, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Airs it out. Fetter, completion. Near a first down, can be a little short. As Piper, the receiver. Trey Piper, the 6'3", 170 wide receiver. He's just a junior as well.
Number 22, we're not on the cover. It's going to be short of the first down. 2nd and 1 for the Tigers.
Yeah, this Idaho Falls team is relatively young, with a lot of
Yeah.
juniors and sophomores on this team. So there's going to be a lot of growing, especially come next year.
2nd and short for the Tigers. Fetter being chased from behind, trying to outrun Southwick. And he's brought down right at the 45. Let's see what kind of spot they give him, because that is right at the first down line. And they're going to give it to him. First down, Idaho Falls.
Yeah, number 9, Kason Smith, laid a licking on the quarterback right there. He was being brought down lower. He just made sure he got down on the top part of him.
And Smith just a sophomore for the Skyline team. 6 foot, 190 sophomore. So 1st and 10 from the 45. 6:48 on the clock. Handoff. Trying to find some sort of gap. Picks up a couple of yards. That'll bring 2nd down at the 47-yard line. Colton Lyda, the ball carrier, as they unpack the pile. Tackle made by number 33, Riker Morgan, junior linebacker.
So this morning I got to witness some 4th graders play some football.
Yeah?
And their referees there, they had a famous calling, just like rollover. That's what they did during every single down or after every single play, rollover, because they just want everyone to roll off the ball.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the 4th graders would
just roll
off the ball. It was quite hilarious to watch.
2nd down. Got a great jump. Throws it downfield. Brought down. There's another flag. That's going to be a pass interference call on Murdoch. And there's an injured Grizzly out there. Coming off the field is Searle with the limp. But another pass interference moves the ball down the field for Idaho Falls. And boy, if you're an Idaho Falls fan, you just really hope that your team can take advantage of these big penalties happening on this drive here in the third quarter to get some points on the board.
Yeah, that's really been the low light of Skyline this afternoon, has been the penalties.
And there's a lot of teams around the state very interested in to see how Skyline does today in a big game against a team that's 1-3, because they do have a target on their back, a big, big target on their back. You know, Bishop Kelly's watching, Minico's watching, you know, Sandpoint is definitely watching. You know, all these 4A teams are going, you know, how good are they really, right?
Yeah.
It's another 1st and 10 for Idaho Falls. 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Fetter, near midfield, passes. And there's got to be a flag there, and there is, as the offense kind of just, that was number 49, kind of explain what happened. Molino was the intended receiver. He just kind of took his left hand and not really swiping at the ball, but just kind of clocked him in the face.
Yeah, well, that pass was going to be intercepted, so.
But you can't punch him in the face.
This is not the UFC, so you cannot punch somebody in the face.
So let's see. That's what they're talking about here. Let's see, what are we going to call on this? It might be, you know, personal foul. They're definitely trying to get the right call on this. They break the huddle. And they're just going to call holding. All right, well, there was apparently a plea bargain involved there. Molino's attorney came out and negotiated down to just a hold. So the ball at the 50-yard line. 1st and 22 to go. Just under 6 to play here in the third quarter. 3 receivers on the right side. Defense expecting pass. Fetter, he's going to air it out.
No.
Man downfield in double coverage, just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a really tough throw to make if you're Fetter. There was 3 guys around his target there, and really hard throw to make.
Taysom Kirkham makes that long jog back to the huddle. Personnel changes now. And a penalty on the defense. I didn't even see the flag, Josh. But they're going to move the down marker. I mean, it was 1st and 22. Now it's, or 2nd and 22. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. 3rd down and 10.
It's 1st and 10.
Okay, 1st and 10. We'll get it right eventually. There's the handoff. Molino again. Molino, almost a 10-yard run. Going to be about half a yard short.
Yeah, Molino's is a junior, about 6'1", 200 pounds. Showing off a little speed there.
Yeah.
Giving Lida a break a little. He needs it.
A well-deserved break. But they are going to need Lida to make some plays here with only 5:16 left in the third. So 2nd and very short. Fetter. They're going to the air. Over his shoulder. Caught at the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 3. But what a catch for number 19 for the Tigers. Taysom Kirkham, the junior, coming up big. Gets them to 1st and goal from, it looks like, the 4-yard line. 3-yard line, excuse me.
That's the best throw of the night for Fetter. Just right over the shoulder. Gave only his receiver the opportunity to catch the ball, so that's exactly what he was looking for right there.
And as he came over that left shoulder, I was thinking that sun could play a factor like we talked about in the first half, where that sun is directly behind them now. So, and a timeout called on the field, 4:46 to go here in the third. We'll keep it right here, and we are going to thank Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson, founded in 2007. It's a full-service law firm practicing in 2 locations in southeast Idaho. As a firm with over 100 years of combined experience, the diverse experience of their attorneys provides a competitive advantage for their clients. The entire team at Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson has a well-earned reputation for providing their clients with superior client service. They know what you value: exceptional legal skills, quick responses, and practical solutions delivered with the highest level of professional integrity. With offices in Driggs and Idaho Falls, Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson knows and understands the specific needs of Eastern Idaho. Give them a call, 525-8792, or you can find out more online at eastidaholaw.net. That's eastidaholaw.net. And from Dan Thomas, Keller Williams Realty, hey, Tiger Grizz fans, good luck tonight. And instead of advertising, you know, we're gonna wait. They all came back out on the field a little quicker, so we're gonna come back to that ad in just a second. 4:46 to go in the third. First and goal from the 3. Idaho Falls a chance to finally get that big goose egg off the board. A handoff, and it's a fumble recovered by Skyline. And Sadiq recovers the fumble and gives it right back to Skyline at their own 2-yard line. Things were going so well for Idaho Falls. The momentum was on their side. I didn't even see who he handed that off to, but as he went through, he got hit, dropped the football, and Kenyon Sadiq, Johnny on the spot, picks it up or falls on it and gives the ball back to the Skyline offense.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest handoff right there, and so it looked like during the handoff he just didn't have a good enough grip on that ball, and it just came loose after the first hit. And Sadiq was the one that
of course
came up with it. Yeah, he's a ball magnet right now.
He is.
Interception, 2 touchdowns, now a fumble recovery.
So first and 10 in their own end zone. Silverio, boy, makes a nice cut. Gets just across the 10-yard line. Give him some breathing room.
Yeah, Sadiq, that first cut right there. That's a quick guy right there in the backfield.
It is. It really, really is. So second and about 1. On the 12-yard line. We have another timeout. It's an official. And they're going to call that a first down.
Oh.
All right. There we go. First and 10 for Skyline from the 12-yard line. Fake the handoff. Pass to the outside to Sadiq. Sadiq made some moves. Spin move. Gets the first down. Drags the defender across the 25-yard line. Another first down for Skyline. Another big chunk of yards for Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, Sadiq came across the line of scrimmage there and was wide open. Just a little drop-down target for Hackey, and that's going to pick up 10 yards every time.
Don't forget, we've got Will down there on the field doing social media for us. Check out the Instagram story. He's got some great highlights. He has been in position quite a few times tonight. Takes the snap on first and 10. Hands it off. Taggart across the 25, the 30, trying to get to the 35. Not going to make it. But another good run for Skyline. Taggart, another one of those players that can make those really quick cuts, those lateral cuts that are getting them open for picking up. He got 6 yards on that one. It'll be 2nd and 4 on their own 33-yard line. As the Idaho Falls stands look a little emptier than they did in the first half.
They do. They look a little bit empty, but they're still full. You know,
yeah.
Some of their fans are still sticking around. Wanting to see the end of this game.
Quarterback keeper. He faked it to Taggart. He's going to get the first down on the quarterback keeper. As Hackey, good mobile quarterback. Again, 6'2", 170. Big kid, able to pick up a couple of yards pretty easily. So with first and 10, Hackey and Sadiq are on the sideline for the play.
You know, Hackey's getting his miles in because after every single play, he goes back to the coach to get the play and runs back out after every single one.
Right.
And
You know, that's not something I've ever understood, you know, tiring your quarterback out, but it seems to be working. Seems to be working. Coming to the near side with the pitch. Knocked out of bounds. That's number 23, Caden Taggart again.
That's a weird I formation they had. They had
was.
4 guys in the backfield. So last night I was at the Thunder Ridge in what was it, Middleton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at that game last night. And they did that a lot where they had, that was like their power I formation where they had 4 guys, including the quarterback, lined up behind the center. You just don't see that too often.
You can just pick which guy you're going to give it to.
You got 3 options right there you can give it to.
Two players in the backfield with Hackey. It's a handoff. Silverio trying to find a gap, stays on his feet, gets across the 45 near midfield, gets the first down. Silverio, another big run, gets into Idaho Falls territory just barely. It's 1st and 10 for Skyline. Minute 50 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Silverio with just his balance again. You know, he's just falling forward no matter what. He got hit just a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, but fell forward and picked up the first down.
Right at midfield, Hackey in the shotgun. Receivers on the corners, takes the snap, hands it off. Gives it to Amani Morrell this time. Gain of about 6. Inside the 45. Clock continues to run. Minute 14 to go. So 2nd down. Boy, they gave him a little bit more. It's going to be 2nd and 4 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. Back to the line, you've got Silverio in the backfield with Hackey. Takes the snap. Looking for the pass. Boy, they had Sadiq downfield. They didn't give it to him. Instead, they kind of a little dump pass to Crockett, who couldn't bring it in.
And that's exactly where I thought they were going because Sadiq was getting wide open on a wheelwright on this near side. I guess Hackey just wants to share the ball a little bit more.
Yeah. Sadiq going, listen, I'm not going to sprint out there. Let's see if they go to him this time. 3rd down, 4 to go. Ball on the 44, 36 seconds. Clock stopped. Everybody but Hackey and Silverio on the line. Rolls out, they do go to Sadiq, catches at the 35. Drug out of bounds at about the 31. So moves to chains, another 1st down. Clock stops at 29 seconds. First and 10, ball on the 32. 2 receivers to the left, a couple on the right. Silverio, his left hip pocket, looks to his left. They're going to go deep. Throws it to no one. I think Bird was supposed to be on that route, wasn't able to get under it. So clock stops, 23 and a half seconds now, Josh.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to go deep and try to end this quarter with a score. That's exactly
1st down.
Why not?
Why not?
Yep.
Why not? So 2nd and 10, ball on the 32 again. Silverio to his left. Bird to his right. They flip it. Excuse me, that's not Bird. That's actually Taggart. And Taggart breaks free. 32 yards out, touchdown. Skyline puts another 6 on the board. And Caden Taggart, the senior, scores in the Emotion Bowl and makes it 45-0 Skyline.
That's impressive. That's exactly how they started this quarter, with that little inside screen with Taggart, and they're going to end that quarter as well with that inside screen on a touchdown run.
So Woodruff's got a touchdown. Silverio's got a touchdown. Sadiq, a couple. And now Taggart. So they're spreading the wealth around here this afternoon.
Yes, they are.
PAT's good. So 46-0. With 16 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Alta Insurance, a locally owned agency with locations in both Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help their community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their number one priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Archibald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg. Same great names with the same great service together. Alta Insurance. And don't forget, Dan Thomas of Keller Williams Realty says, hey, Tiger Grizz fans, good luck tonight. Instead of advertising the KW Idaho team this year, we've chosen to honor a hometown hero, number 60, Paul Griffin, from the 1993 undefeated state championship team. He needs our help and support. Please donate to his GoFundMe page so we can bring Paul Griffin and a healthy heart back to Idaho Falls. Any donation will help. Good luck, Paul. We're all rooting for you. Again, from Dan Thomas, Keller Williams Realty. Good luck to you, Paul. We're rooting for you here at Idaho Sports as well. About 16 seconds left. As Hernandez, little gopher killer, right down the middle, picked up at the 25. Near side, lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 40. Boy, and then 5 Skyline Grizzlies in on the tackle. Ball carrier there was the return man, Jaden Jones, the senior. And there's a Skyline player down near midfield.
I think it's cramps on both legs.
Double cramps.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I guess people say nothing worse than cramps. Well, I guess double cramps would be worse.
Yeah, that could be worse. You know, well, the worst thing is waking up with cramps. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the calves.
Yeah. Yeah. And people say, oh, good, it's just a cramp. There's no such thing as just a cramp. Because it sticks with you. It's not just, okay, we stretch it out, it's gone. It's always there, just waiting to rear its ugly head again. Looks like that's number 89 for Skyline. Aiden Cassis.
We want to give a big thanks again to Big and Health Sports Medicine for providing excellent sports medicine coverage to all of our student
Now,
athletes today.
Did you play football?
Yes.
I assumed you did. You're a mountain of a man. Pickle juice or mustard?
Pickle juice. Mustard, no.
Hand off to Lyda, goes to the right side. Picks up about half of what he needed. I hadn't really seen the mustard being used until a couple of years ago. It was always just pickle juice.
Yeah, mustard's more of a newer thing.
Well, 3 down, 1 to go here in the Emotion Bowl. And Skyline has that 46-0 lead as we enter the 4th and final period of play. We're going to take a break and be back. Seaside Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says
40 points anytime in the second half for the 8-man game. And I've been at 8-man games pretty much all year long. So seeing all these players out on the field is confusing me. Where did all these players come from?
Yeah, I witnessed 8-man for the first time last year.
Love 8-man football.
Oh, my gosh. It is a treat to have.
Yep, absolutely love it. It was a carry last night. Been to carry once or twice already. Going to be going back in a couple weeks. In the shotgun. Fetter trying to find somebody downfield. That's Murdoch. Murdoch turns around for it, and there's the flag. As he tried to turn around and make a move, he got just shoved in the chest. So it was underthrown, and that's going to give him a free 15 yards.
Yeah, underthrown balls are really hard to cover for defensive backs because you're trying to run to the offensive player, but he stops, turns around, you run into him.
You're like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So clock again is running. 10 and a half to go in this one.
Skyline penalty takes the ball into Skyline territory.
Make sure you get your copy of the video file of the Emotion Bowl. Just click the button there on your webcast player. First and 10 on the 44. Little hitch play, goes to the far side, makes a move, and a loss of yards. And that was number 6, Taylor Carden.
You know, I overheard Mr. Balgini right next to us. He said that's 150 yards of penalties just alone for Skyline.
John Balgini, the godfather of high school sports radio here in eastern Idaho. They never throw the T-shirts to the guys in the booth. Back to pass, going deep. Man downfield, and it's intercepted at the 15 by number 25 out there, Klein. Kobe Klein, the junior. And a flag after the fact comes flying in. And he'll come to the throne. Nice, I love it. So the flag is on the field, but it's going to push him back a ways, but he's going to go for it. He's going for it. Oh, can't quite get it.
Hey, at least he noticed me.
Valiant attempt by the cheerleaders.
I respect it.
So a celebratory penalty.
Yeah, what happened was he threw the ball without handing to the referee, and a little bit of over-celebration. It's funny there, one of the Skyline players ran after the ball, picked it up, said,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
But the penalty still counted.
Too late. So it's going to be first and 10 at the 8-yard line. Hand off, comes up the left gap. I believe that was Silverio. And he did. Gain of about 4. And the officials blow it dead. Is there a timeout? And on the timeout, they do stop the clock. And Skyline takes a timeout, up 46-0 in the fourth quarter.
I think they're taking their players out.
Now it gives us a quick chance to thank Lava Hot Springs. It's your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15. Their world-famous hot springs are open now from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Beginning October 1st, hours will change, opening at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees. Come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove will open October 1st, Fridays and Saturdays noon to 8, and Sundays noon to 5 with special weekday hours. Visit lavahot.springs.com for more info and see their calendar for hours. That's Lava Hot Springs. I want to thank Alta Insurance, First American Title Company in Idaho Falls, Bills Bike and Snow, Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson Law Firm, Dan Thomas, Keller Williams Realty. Again, rooting for Paul Griffin in Lava Hot Springs. Ball carrier there, number 7, Racer Collins. As the clock starts again, 7:40. A lot of new faces out there. And Skyline apparently won the chin-up contest with the Marines.
I love it.
I guess I should have gone down and helped Idaho Falls. I could have pounded out at least 3/4 of a chin-up.
3?
3/4. 3/4.
So not even one.
Not
Okay.
even one.
All
no.
right.
No, it would have been sad. Collins has to run it himself. Gets the first down and brought down about the 24-yard line.
I think I can maybe do one.
I'll bet you could.
Probably 2 or 3. But that's right about the limit right now. I'm not going to lie.
I'm done. Again, check out our Instagram story. Will's been down there on the sidelines getting a lot of great highlights. He's down there right now. Texting a girl he met or something. I don't know what he's doing. Pass to the near side. Oh, and Crockett breaks free for yards. Knocked out of bounds at midfield by number 21, Ethan Meyer. A nice run by Crockett.
Yeah, Crockett put his foot down. Instead of going to the outside, stuck his foot down, went in the inside, and what a pickup right there. Showing off the speed for the young wide receiver. Only a freshman.
Yeah. So 1st and 10, ball sitting on the midfield stripe. Crockett in motion. Handoff, number 24, that's Morrell. Morrell breaks free for about 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and about 3. Clock continues to run, 5.5 left in this one. My House video running on the scoreboard over there. Video board.
They got the whole Skyline football team to say My House.
That's right. In the middle of our street. Wait, that's not what they were doing.
No.
I think that was wrong. Takes the snap, looks to his right. Complete, runs into a wall, cuts back outside, gets the first down and more before being drug out of bounds. Nice run for number 8. That's Carmine Garcia. The sophomore listed as a quarterback. Turns out he can catch and run too.
Good for him, yeah. Trying to get on the field as much as he can.
Yeah. A lot of personnel changes on for Idaho Falls now as well. 4:48 to go. And the clock stopped for some reason. Clock still has not started. Oh, I see. The actual scoreboard it's going, but the video board it's frozen.
Ah.
So I just need to look to my left as we're hitting the 4-minute mark now. Second and 7. Garcia in the slot looking. Nope. All sorts of time. Has Collins. Collins airs it out downfield, throws it out of bounds. And that brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Collins did have his option there. So good decision right there. Just to throw it out of bounds, throw it away, and live another down. The clock will continue to still run. About 3.5 minutes left now.
Yeah, I got a pharmacy in here. Takes the snap, looks to his left, throws immediately. That's a good pass to Radcliffe. And Radcliffe gets near the first down, going to be a couple of yards short. So 4th and 3. And they got the video board clock working again, so I don't have to strain across everything to look at the other one.
Yeah, the students are starting to come out onto the track. They got to put the yellow caution tape up.
Because that'll stop them.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
Shotgun all by himself. In motion goes Morrill. Morrill gets the handoff, makes a move, and he's going to be short of the first down. Ball's going to go back to Idaho Falls as they take over on downs with 2:07 left in the Emotion Bowl. So can they put some points on the board? They've got basically one last try with a running clock with 2 minutes. Well, they got 2 timeouts left. Each team has 2 timeouts left. So in at quarterback, Bradley Ellison. Handoff coming up. That's number 8 for Idaho Falls, Ezekiel Johnson, the senior. That gives him the first down. 70 seconds left in this one.
Play results in a Tigers first down.
Right back to the line. Back to pass. Across the middle, in and out of his hands. That's an incomplete pass.
It was a really good throw there.
Yeah.
He had to high point that pass to get it over that, the linebackers and get it into his receiver. Just a really good throw right there from the backup quarterback.
35 seconds. What time as they take, this could be the last play. Takes a snap, looks. Has a man downfield, he's open at the 35, gets knocked down at the 30. They've got 20 seconds to get back to the line. They do have a timeout and they take it. So the clock stopped, starts, stop, starts. They should put time back on, about 4 or 5 seconds. We're at 12-9. Let's see how much time they put back. Or maybe they're not. And they're saying .25. Wow. They put 13 seconds back on. All
Home field advantage.
12 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah, the home field advantage.
Yep.
All right, they're putting it to 17. Okay.
17, not 25 clock operator.
I believe they're going to do that. Yeah, there it is. 17 seconds left. All right, 17 seconds. First and 10 from the Skyline 31. He's going to have to run it himself. No point running out of bounds because time is just going to expire with the running clock. And the last timeout is called with 5.9 on the clock.
If you were unable to attend either our freshman or JV games here at Rapston Thursday night, our freshmen won 33-16.
So here we go, 9 seconds on the clock. First and 10. This is going to be it. Going end zone. Caught, complete, touchdown! Touchdown for the big guy.
Ellison's pass complete.
Trying to get a number. Is that 32, I believe? Easton Watkins, the 6'2 sophomore. Wipes the goose egg off the scoreboard, makes it 46-6.
So Skyline thinking that they were ready to go celebrate with their student section.
They get to have a kickoff.
They got to have a kickoff and a kneel down probably.
PAT is up and good. 46-7.
Skyline football is showing off this week with number 42, Sean Benson's kick up and good.
What? It's a lopsided score, but it's been a fun game. It really has. There's been a lot of really great plays on both sides. Unfortunately, Skyline very dominant this year, coming in as the #1 ranked team in the state and showing why that they absolutely deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, don't forget you can make the memories last a lifetime of this Emotion Bowl by owning the digital game file of this game. Just click the button right there on your webcast player. So 4.8 on the clock. Skyline really doesn't have. All right, here we go. And the onside kick is taken and just dropped by number 40. That's Isaac Hansen, the sophomore. And that's it. 46-7 is your final. They're going to keep the kids on the sideline. They're not going to let them until they can shake hands. And that does end, like Mr. PA guy says. That is the 58th annual Emotion Bowl, and this one is done. Oh, we got it. No football game is complete without Sweet Caroline.
Well, of course.
You know, we've got one thing left. I don't think we need to discuss it too much, do we?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to just go with the IdahoSports.com player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. You want to?
Yeah, I'll do the honors. It's going to be Kenyon Sadiq.
Yes, number 6,
Yeah.
Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, Kenyon Sadiq, over 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, an interception, tackle for loss, fumble recovery. I don't think can you get anything else in there?
I think he actually sold popcorn at halftime.
Yeah, I did steal some popcorn from him. So yeah, what a game from Kenyon Sadiq. You expect that every game in and out. What a great player he is, and what he's going. This is a great team. This is going to be moving forward.
So Kenyon Sadiq, the IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Congratulations to him. And this is what we're about to see. If you've never seen it before, this is what it's about. Right? The fans are down, or the players come over. The students are all down there right below us. And Idaho Falls is trying just to get off the field. And they come over and sing the school fight song. All right. So the players, they just want to get to the goalpost.
That's all they want to do.
That's all they want.
Yeah, in past years, they used to go to the main goalpost and just bring it down to the ground.
Yeah.
But this year, those goalposts are there to stay. As you can see, they got officers on each goalpost. They are not allowing anybody to touch those goalposts. But they do have a goalpost that players and fans can grab and move around the field.
Don't tase me, bro. So I think they're. In the Great American Rivalry Series MVP, Kenyon Sadiq as well. And there's head coach Scott Berger. Great guy. The votes were tallied.
And the Great American Rivalry Series in the United States Marines are proud to recognize Skyline as the 2022 Great American Rivalry Series champion. Congratulations to everyone who participated. Special thanks to the United States Marines for their partnership with the 2022 Great American
Take a look at the players taking off the pads, taking off the helmets. They've got T-shirts. And a couple players start running and whoa, wait. And then they bring them back. Again, this is the best part of the Emotion Bowl, is after the game. Not quite as exciting of a game as last year, where they overcame a 17-point deficit. Idaho Falls won. I mean, they won last year, and I think the year before that they had won was 2013. Skyline leads this whole series now, 35 wins, 23 for Idaho Falls. Throwing out hats now. Thinking we can talk to Greg Basic and see if we can get ourselves a Emotion Bowl hat.
I think we could.
All right.
I'm just waiting for the explosion of kids.
I know. The kids are all down below. Will's down there somewhere. He's going to get a great, there he is, highlight of it. Look to your left, Will. Look to your left. There you go. As they attack the goalpost.
Can't get a good shot of the goalpost because the window's in the way.
It's a little bit too far over, but Will's going to get it. And they're about to open it up, and there they go. That's what it's all about. High school sports, it's all about the kids. At least it should be.
No, they're climbing all over that bad boy.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us here at the 58th Annual Emotion Bowl. It's also a production of East Idaho Game Night presented by our good friends at Teton Auto Group, Ermac, Pediatric Services, and D.L. Evans Bank, as well as our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and your local Toyota dealers. It's also made possible by our local advertisers tonight. We can't thank enough. Alta Insurance, Lava Hot Springs, First American Title Company in Idaho Falls. Bill's Bike and Snow. Had a great chat with owner Big Doug Swanson, great friend of mine at halftime. Dan Thomas, Keller Williams Realty, rooting on Paul Griffin. And Smith, Wolf, Anderson, and Wilkinson Law Firm. Special thanks to Athletic Director here, Greg Basic, for all he does in supporting us here at IdahoSports.com. Congratulations again to Kenyon Sadiq, our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. My broadcast partner, Josh McGauley, for Will the Thrill on the sidelines, everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com. I'm merely Paul Kingsbury. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com